Hi folks, well, I know that I have done it, but I erased, I'm in my phone, just because the computer I have, what it is, but I know what it is that I wanted to post, and I posted it. I'm gonna post it, and I'm gonna post it by now, because I knew that this would happen. That I could tell you one reason why you have to take a risk, that there's no religious freedom in Saudi Arabia. Well, I know that all this, and what I see, the documentary Islam, what the West needs to know is that I could tell you something. Put in that way, this thing is about about we're having something serious with ISIS and Al Qaeda and all these groups before that. These contradict themselves, right? And what it is that, based on a matter of fact, that Christianity, I believe that they have so many denominations in Christianity. You have Catholic, Orthodox, you have all these Protestant denominations, that I noticed, yesterday, and I cried last night because I went to a group and I prayed for actually, peace in the Middle East and stuff. Because I knew this, because this tells me that even though I respect Muslims, and I'm gonna say nothing against or whatever, awesome, you people are cool, but you have to realize that there's people leaving Islam. That means, I see this thing of cutting off heads. I think this is they try to contradict themselves. All right, what you have to believe? What are we fighting for? God? Yes, just like a comedian called George Carlin. He was an atheist. Yes, he was an atheist, because he said that God is the number one cause of death. Yes, contradict themselves, and you know what? If once you predict love or something like that, and tell you to love one another. That's the message of what God is. If there's believe in God, there's no other system to not even nobody could tell you. If you're not a Buddhist, will cut your head off. They don't tell you that. They don't even tell you that if you're not Jewish, they'll cut your head off. Or no, none. Not even Christians, not even Catholics could tell you, if you don't believe in Christ, we'll cut your head off. Well, they don't tell you that way. Not even Shintoists, because even though there is this concept of that Shintoism, even those from Japan, I respect their culture now more, because I see now that things could be for the better of humanity. That, once you do a good will, God is within you, doing something good. Even to have something, fighting for your country and to defend for all attackers and invaders. You're doing God's will. But I'm not saying to, we don't want war. We want peace. That's what the whole world wants. But how you create peace? love one another, love the infidel, love thy enemy. That's what I have known. Love thy enemy. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful it is? Look, that's what it is with the concepts. But you know what? The concept of Shintoism is from Japan. But let's talk about Christianity. Somebody could be a saint if you do good deeds. Well, characterized as a saint, that is in the Catholic denomination. I don't know, the Orthodox, I don't know, the Anglicans, or, whatever it is. But I would say, even though the British had invaded countries, but, I just say that I worry about David Hines, and please, and especially with people from Korea that criticize Japanese people, I would say, you know what? Don't just wait and happen and to see somebody get a Japanese man getting his head cut off, and then I don't want to see that kind of thing if things goes worse, and then I don't want you to join ISIS, because that's what it is. That's the thing we're gonna fight for against ISIS, against all these terrorist groups. Because how the heck did God tell you to kill you? I'm not gonna say I'm gonna cut your head off. You have the will and freedom to just join, go to my belief system. But I encouraged you that some of you that are you willing to go to Saudi Arabia and risk your lives. Muhammad I might believe was a Christian, until he founded and put the foundation of Islam. And this is what it is, to go and contradict themselves. I'm not saying that he was a bad person, but he cannot be renegated or something like that. And that's why in Saudi Arabia, you have Saudi-born Christians, but one of them, they come here to the United States or Canada or Europe or where they could freely practice the faith of Christianity. But in a way, there's some that are just, underground. Even though they don't say the detail of them, but actually they said about the foreigners going to Saudi Arabia and these countries like that where it's very restricted. That way, if you want to risk your lives, and it does not matter regardless of your denomination. Bringing Christianity to Saudi Arabia, regardless of your denomination, is only for the people that have the choice to risk their lives. They could even risk their lives, or they could fly off. And I will tell you that, not just Saudi Arabia, but Palestine once used to be Christian area, now it's Muslimized. Iraq, Iran, these people need your help, and they're the ones that are suffering the most. Once they could refuge to the US, if they have the guts to let them in, Canada have a bigger chance, Australia, and countries where have very true religious freedom, they could come and they could tell you, even from ex-Muslims that converted to Christianity, regardless of their denomination, regardless if they're Catholic or Protestant or whatever, the main thing is is that to do what is right for them. And I believe in my heart that one day that there will be a freedom call. And then I know about the Crusades. You know, the Arab Crusades, the Arab Christian Crusades, I would love to see that, and even to form peace in the Middle East. Even though that means if they are willing to tell something to contradict themselves, you know, God doesn't tell to go and kill people for the sake of God. You know, that's not the way it is. I mean, there is law, circular laws and laws of, if these people, be like, have a choice to do so, and they want to see their countries changing, I think that way we could stop terrorism from its roots, starting by Saudi Arabia. I just can't believe, even though take your risk your lives, I don't mind if you get your heads cut off. And for Saudi people, if you want to be endangered getting your heads cut off because you have converted to Christianity, you are welcome to come here to the United States. You are welcome to come to Canada. You are welcome to come to Europe. Anywhere they don't come after you to cut your head off because you changed your religion. That is the point of that. And I hope that one day when people actually have this kind of change, and you have these missionaries going to the Middle East, risking their lives, risking everything. Maybe that French guy that went to Algeria might be a Christian missionary. I don't know if he's Catholic or Protestant. That's okay. I know he took his risk. But after all, if you're willing to take the risk to go to the Middle East and have the people that are freely to say they want to change their way and they want to change their country, they want to see that they want to stop sponsoring terrorism, do so. That way we could prevent terrorism, and that way we could start it from the roots, from its root at the birthplace of Islam, Saudi Arabia. That means sooner or later they'll realize they cannot contradict themselves, and that way I would see a whole different story. And definitely to respect all faiths and whatever, definitely I would like to see another denomination created in the Far East. So I don't mind that will be supported by Rome, but it has this kind of sister relations to what this denomination is. It wouldn't be a whole lot of change. It will be a whole different story seeing Koreans leaving the Catholic Church or, being Protestant. That's okay, At least this is not, we're not gonna go and tell you, oh, we're gonna cut off your heads. No, we're not. And I think the time for a change is now. We could start risking your lives to Saudi Arabia, having missionaries and create these missionaries, risking their lives to make a change. A change has to be, that's way to say that Michael Jackson say heal the world. You know what? Yeah, change, risk your life, take your risk. And you risking your lives, well, these people, once they notice, maybe they come here, maybe they come to Europe, maybe they come to Canada, maybe to Japan, wherever they are not risking their lives, getting their heads cut off, practicing their new faiths. That way would change the world, and it will change the world forever, and that way we could prevent terrorism and jihad around the world. Goodbye and peace out. May God bless you.